Hey guys, I thought I'd make a video detailing some of the moves in arm wrestling. A couple of guys have been asking about explaining the different moves for beginners, and I thought I'd run through some of those for you now. Check them out. First of all, we have the Toproll. Most people have heard of this move if they know anything about arm wrestling, stylized by the movie Over the Top. Basically, in the Toproll, you're setting up fairly high, meaning a vertical forearm. As vertical as possible in the setup that you're allowed to get.
Take everything!
Your wrist is rising and you are pulling back high using a lot of bicep, dragging back. You're also at the same time moving onto your tricep, which creates a more vertical forearm, which gives you more height. The purpose of this is to post up with your knuckles, hence called a posting Toproll.
Well, duh.
This then, assuming that you are stronger along your wrist rising strength here and your bicep, that your opponent will end up rolling under because they are not as strong or they're too slow or whatever reason. You got a better setup.
Take everything!
Basically, it looks like this. So you set up, ready, go, post up. Once you post up and get your height, your vertical forearm, you then begin to cup, rolling over and finish to the pad. Always pulling towards you, always maintaining this pressure here. Again, nice and slow, posting up, wrist rising up, punching knuckles towards the ceiling, onto the tricep, pulling back the whole time, cupping, finishing down at the bottom of the table, essentially. That is a posting Toproll. Hope that helps. We'll do some more and move on to a low hand Toproll.
Okay.
Low hand Toproll. Low hand top rolling is a very effective move against someone who is trying to perform a hook move on you. Their goal is to get around your wrist, secure their cup as bent in as possible, and make it more about bicep power and dragging down. Low hand Toproll, you still, when you're setting up, you still are grabbing high. However, what you do, people say dropping your wrist. It's not actually technically dropping your wrist, it's taking high and bringing your wrist back like this. So you get essentially a pistol grip in your hand. When you set up, it looks like this. There's various placements for your elbow, swinging in and things, but we'll just keep it simple. Gripping high, closing your hands. You can set up like this depending on your opponent. Some guys you'll want to set up like this. Still a vertical forearm, get that wrist nice and high. You close your hand, keep that wrist up high, flat, and then when you drag, it's still keeping you always want your forearm as vertical as possible. You don't want it to open ideally, depending on where you're strong. If you're strong down here, then you'll have to open a bit. You drag back with this and your back, and you drag that elbow back as hard as you can, trying to maintain this. What that then does is, as your opponent is trying to turn his bottom fingers in, you should catch them somewhere about here with a little bit of cup, preferably, plenty of pronation. You should be able to stop them there. Their wrist will flatten or crack back. And then from there, you're squeezing your tricep, keeping your pronation locked and driving sideways and back. Sideways and back. So the first hit is generally back, depending on how you feel in the hand. If you feel great and you can just sort of hit sideways with extra cup, you may have to drag back and go a little bit defensively. Sometimes if they're really strong, you may have to hit right back into this back defensive corner, right out their hits a little bit, wait till their wrist flattens out, and then you can drag back. In addition to this, you can also post with this. So once you get that hand flat, or it's close to cracking their hand, You can punch your elbow forward to gain more height. You can also kick back to re-grip, get more over the top of their hand, crack their hand back, and then finish. That's the basics of a low hand top roll. So there you have the top roll, guys. We've got a posting top roll and the low hand top roll. If you like the video, I'd love if you can like it. Go ahead and share it with your friends, other guys you know are training. Also subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm trying to do. Help guys learn some more technical side of things of arm wrestling. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching.